For Iowa House of Representatives. I'm a member of the Legion here. I'm also the chaplain, so that if you need to have any prayer needs or concerns, I'm more than happy to help out with that. Just going along with the Hispanic American Festival that's going to be coming up, I was recruited at that 2 years ago as one of the recruits. I was in there working one of the booths, come walking by, and they're like, "Hey, you want to be a member of the American Legion?" I'm like, "Yeah, I've been looking for you guys." So anyway, I appreciate the American Legion and the good work that they do. Just to say a few things, I was in the Marine Corps from 80 to 84, Department of the Navy. And I do have yard signs available if you'd like some of those. And my territory runs from Army Post Road south, and there's a little bit that jots down to Route 5 there off the south side, east to 65, north to Martin Luther King Boulevard, and west to, on the south side, Southeast 5th, and then over to Union. It jogs up at Waterous all the way up to the river, just east of the ballpark. So that's the area. There's about 35,000 people in that area, and I'm running on November 6th is when they're going to have the vote. I'd just like to read a few things, and I'll be done. Take my glasses off so I can see. Again, my name is Greg Malone. I'm a candidate for Iowa House of Representatives, District 33. God willing, you will vote for me November 6th. I am running to be your servant, not the other way around. You may not agree with my positions, but I value them deeply. I am not insensitive to the possibility that my deeply held values might upset some. I am compelled by God to speak the truth in love. I want to be a representative in government that votes the way I would. I want that kind of representative for you. If you agree with my values, excuse me, it is imperative that you come out and vote for me November the 6th. Here's a list of the things that I see as very important. Mandatory E-Verify for the state of Iowa. We just had a situation here in Iowa, tragic thing with Molly Tibbetts. I'm sure you folks saw that in the news. That if E-Verify was mandatory here in the state, I believe that could have been avoided. I want to increase the size of law enforcement organizations to deal with the booming crime. In 2017, Iowa had 25 homicides in the city of Des Moines. I don't know if that's a huge impact. Think of all the families that are grieving. There were 2 police officers that were gunned down in the city here, and so I'm definitely for beefing up that part of our defense. I want to defend the youngest victims of crime through more aggressive enforcement, especially those who prey upon the undocumented communities. In the Latino communities here in the state of Iowa, because they are undocumented aliens, they are very reluctant to go to the police department, and so their children are being preyed upon by people. And I know this as a fact. I know people who have been assaulted, and these kids are just like open game for these predators. And I want to make sure that that problem is taken care of through legislative action. Common sense health care that makes health insurance personal, portable, and affordable. I personally have a $6,500 annual deductible on my insurance. I don't know what yours is, but that's ridiculous. I can't pay $6,500 out of my pocket if I have a major event in a year. So, and I don't know you guys, you might be rolling in the dough, but that doesn't describe me, I'll tell you that much. I make dentures for a living, for a dental company here in town. I believe in American self-sufficiency is in the area of energy. I want there to be booming economic growth through deregulation. I don't want businesses hamstrung because there's a bunch of regulations that cause them not to be able to prosper. I stand unapologetically with the nation of Israel, and I always will. Economic, I want an economic wall to stop illegal employment, holding employers of illegal aliens responsible. One of the things that they don't tell you with people that are working off the books or under the table or whatever here in the United States, especially in the state of Iowa, is that they have no rights. If their employer decides to defraud them, they can not pay them, treat them badly. In the case of women, pressure them for sexual favors. And are they going to go to the police? No, they're not going to go to the police because of their situation. So I want to make sure that we hold employers accountable here, especially in the state of Iowa. I want an illegal or a immigration system that's fair for everybody. I just don't want to open the borders to anybody that wants to come in, but I think we need a fair system of doing that. What we have right now is not working well, and I want to see that change. I stand firm with the First Amendment of free speech for everyone. Everyone should have the ability to say what they want to say. I might vehemently disagree with what you have to say, but I'll die for your right to say it. And I fought in the military for your right to be able to speak your mind and speak your piece, as long as you're doing it decently and in order. I don't have any problems with that. Protecting your right to keep and bear arms of all law-abiding Americans. I want everybody who wants to in the United States to be carrying a gun. And I know that might sound like something really radical, but I truly believe in this, that if more Americans were carrying guns, we would have less crime, especially in high crime areas. If they knew that the average person walking down the street was packing, you'd have a lot less trouble going on, and you'd have a lot safer communities also. I staunch defender of human life. I am against abortion, and I'm upholding the sacrament of marriage. Protecting the privacy rights. More and more we see companies like Facebook and YouTube and Google coming in and looking through all our information and profiting off that information and taking it and running with it. And I want that to be held in a secure, even if it's a private organization, I don't want my information being sold to the highest bidder. I don't know about you guys, but that's what I stand for. I want to make school choice a civil rights issue. If your children, you're raising your children, you want your children to be trained to believe what you believe. If you want to homeschool them, I say we should have a voucher system where you should be able to teach your kids at home your own values. Or if you want to send them to a private school, or if you want to send them to public school, I don't care. I just want people to have educational choice for their children, to have them educated the way they want them to. That's all I have. I have signs. I've got cards I'll be passing out. You can also use the cards. It has my phone number on it if you want to get a hold of me for any chaplaincy issues. I don't have any problem with you. Call me day or night. I don't care, 24 hours a day. If you have a real prayer need and you're having some severe problems, I want to know about it. And Rick and the crew here also want. This group really cares about each other, and I am proud to be a member of it. And that's all I have.